Good evening and happy start to you all. Here on this video, I'll be showing you how to draw trend line clearly. Many traders don't draw trend lines correctly. Let me show you how to do it properly in a simple way. To draw a trend line in an uptrend, you have to connect higher lows and in a downtrend lower highs. To draw a trend line, you don't have to force it to fit the market. It should be drawn naturally. A trend line must be drawn naturally. It doesn't have to be forced to fit the market. So, what are the criteria you must have? Or what are the criteria a trend line must have for you to know it's valid? First thing first, before I draw a trend line, what I do is that I first shrink my chart. So I zoom in, and you can this is what I do first thing first. So like I said, what are the criteria a trend line must have to know that the trend line is valid? The trend line must first have at least two touches. A valid trend line must have at least two touches. If it's three or more, it makes it stronger. But at least a trend line must have at least two touches, a minimum of two touches. So here's what you do. Go to your trend lines and draw. And I remember I said a trend line must have at least two touches. So that here I call this a peak. I call this a peak. Excuse me for that. I call this a peak, which is also known as the. I call this a peak. I call this here a peak, where I drew this circle a peak, which is also known as the lower high for a downtrend, and also here we have a peak. And so let's go to the belly to see it more properly. Okay. Let me take this out first. Go to the monthly 100 time frame. Yeah, that's fine. Let's use the one. Okay, let's use the weekly. That will give us profit. And I want to talk about. Okay, yeah, we have it. Here we have it. Take this out. So you can see here we have this peak, this high, this lower high here marked out already, and here we also have here we also have a peak, but price is not currently here at the moment. So you go to the next label point. Here is a peak, and also here too we have a peak too. Yeah, so we go to trend line tools and pick the trend line tool and draw it from and connect it where price was at initially, where price is currently at. Okay, take this out and take this out, and also for an uptrend, what you do for a downtrend is also the same thing you do for an uptrend. So for an uptrend, we have this trough, call it a trough, and you have a trough here again. I have a trough here again. Yes. So what you just do is go to your trend line to pick the trend line to connect the prices. Okay. Take this off. Take this off. So let's go. Let's go to week, the month. Sorry, the 4-hour time frame. Price has left this side, so we draw it to the next available place where price is at, and yeah, obviously price is at this level. Okay, so go to the 4-hour time frame and you see, yeah, you see the price is actually touching the trend line, and trend line bound test and bounce it again and move to the upside. And what you must know is that each touch should show a clear reaction. Each touch should show a clear reaction. We have here trend line bounce, tested, bounce upon it again and move to the upside. Each touch, I'll take that again, each touch must show a clear reaction, meaning that price must respect the line, like what we have here. Take my verse. What we have here, you see that price respected the trend line, make it giving a bounce upon the trend line, we tested upon it, bounce upon it again, and also push to the upside. And the other thing you must know is that the more let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. Another thing you must notice that the more price reacts, the more price respects a trend line, the more valid it becomes. If it doesn't align cleanly, it's better to ignore it. It's better to ignore it. So that's the trend. Okay, still loading. Okay. I have here also another peak. This is a peak, and this also is a peak, but that's not where price is currently at. This is where price is currently at. So yeah, we have it. You can see I am not forcing it, just dry it naturally. And you can see here, price respected the trend line. Price respected the trend line. See here, it broke the trend line. It tested, it gave weak rejections, broke it again, and boom, to the downside. So, like I said initially, if the more times price respect a trend line, the more valid it becomes. If it doesn't align cleanly, it's better to ignore it. It is better to ignore it. So yeah, and that's that on this video. If you found this video, to save this and apply it to your charts. If you found this content helpful and you want more of this, kindly follow for more trading tips. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do all to subscribe for more valuable content like this when it's out. Enjoy your Easter and stay blessed. Thank you.